Okay, hello everyone. Today we're gonna paint Misty Autumn Landscape. I will try to show how to paint mist, and here you can see all paints and colors already. So this is lamp black, Vandyke brown, gold, ochre, cadmium yellow, cadmium red, Prussian blue, cobalt blue, and white. And I'm gonna start with sketching, of course. With sketching by using Prussian blue because it's half transparent and not so thick. Good to make some sketch with this color. And I would say our horizon is somewhere in the middle. This point, and here gonna be trees. Actually it's gonna be on mist, those trees. Here we can see closer trees to us, and here gonna be more closer trees. So kind of like this, plus a little bit of grass over here. Here gonna be some birch trees as well. And let's make some details for our main trees. Maybe somewhere here, and in the background also. This one gonna be here, which is near, and this area gonna be misty. At least I will try to make it misty. So let's start with our background. Simply adding white in our Prussian blue. And it's gonna be somewhere in this area. Should be nice. Also I will use some red. Because I want to make some pinky, not close, just pinky sky over here. Here is almost white. Definitely not bright. Also can use a little bit of red to make it pink, more white, a little bit of red again. Anyway, we will use this red for orange. We're gonna need it. So if it's gonna be here, I think it's gonna be okay. Put it in this area as well. Then let's add more Prussian blue over here and mix it with white. We need a little bit darker blue as we have now. That's too dark. Let's make it less. Put it here. Anyway, I will blend all those colors with brush. For now, just using palette knife to drop some colors on top and in some areas. So let's just use our blender brush and make the first layer of our painting over here. I think it should be okay. I think I have to add more white in this area and some red as well. It looks too much bluish. I want to make it lighter, so I will just use white more and drop it here because it's day and this sky looks too dark. Also, I'm going to use a little bit of red here. Let's make some pink. Maybe a little bit of violet, that's also okay. Definitely need more white in these areas. So let's add more white color. It's always not enough. And drop some here. More here white down below. And let's blend it. let's use this leftovers of blue just on the top. And here we'll add more white above middle. Okay. Let's share. Okay, can continue. Let's clean our art a little bit, but not so much, but actually can drop a little bit of yellow here together with cobalt blue to get this green color, and actually more white needed because, as I said before, we're gonna have some mist, and this is a great green for our mist. Just let's add more and make it a little bit darker and yellow. This is also a nice color. Prussian blue, yellow, a little bit more white. For some dark tones, actually more white can be added. And I would not say that those trees is on like all yellow already. There's some green colors I can see. This is why I'm mixing this green. So let's just let it here. And then we'll use our Prussian blue for underpainting. It's like transparent more. So we can just simply cover this area. And this tree is gonna be in the mist. I will try to show it. So I can make it more whiter even. And we can start to put a little bit of this green over there in some areas, and some areas below. There is some trick in this mist forest when you paint it that you can actually blend white paint on it after. It's good when you use acrylics. It also can work with oils, but you have to be more accurate because it must be dry first, or at least not so wet. So this is how we get our trees. Where there it's a little bit far than these trees. Then you can put like more colors into it. Stuff. I just wanna make this reflections in the water. It's gonna be here. Also we can use this color just to drop in some additional, like there's deepness into trees, and this lighter we can use on the top. But anyway, I will use white after all to have this blend and misty idea more. Actually we can use a little bit of this Prussian blue to put it down these areas. Shows that there is also dark ones. Okay, let's make underpainting for our reflection. I think that's going to be okay. And also here going to be reflection from our trees in this area, but these trees already will be orange and yellow, like autumn idea of these trees. So I'm going to try to add a little bit of ochre. Let's see how it's gonna turn, and some brown, maybe too much, and mix it with this green to have some darker spot in our distant trees. Also we can highlight in this area a little bit by using yellow and this green what I mixed already. Hi David Art, thank you for joining. I like it so far. What is the base that you're painting on? I'm using a board. This is simple board. Also you can use a plywood. I have one video in the channel already where I painted with plywood, and if you're interested you can check it. So, but I would suggest anyway to prime plywood because I painted with not primed and maybe it's not gonna be so bright. So if you would like to try some boards, better prime it before. And yeah, this is just like a cardboard and you can use it. I'm using it because it's cheap and good for practice. Much cheaper than canvas. So yeah, this is why I like it at this point. Okay, our distant trees, I will leave it like this right now, and here gonna be some grass in this area and I'm gonna show it also. So I will use my fan blender brush and there is some light green color and I will use yellow and a little bit of cobalt blue. And more yellow can be used. Anyway, this area will be covered with some white after, as I said before. So let's just add this grass. I think it's gonna be okay. Hi Pinky, thank you for joining as well. Leaves art. I sometimes use cardboard, but there is a sheet of canvas inside that you can find and you can put a prepared canvas on the cardboard and you paint it with using grunt. Yeah, there is also some way of this canvas is like more cheaper, but I found for myself just to use a cardboard without canvas, because anyway you have to buy this canvas or prepare it. So I just find for myself that it's okay for me if I just buy a cardboard without anything and I just prime it with gouache, or you can prime it with acrylic if you want, and just sand it a little bit so it gives you some smoothness and you can blend easier. So kinda like that. All that stuff I mentioned in my actually Patreon. There is like $2 subscription. If some people are more interested, I've written all materials what I used, just in case for information. But it's cool to know that some people are interested anyway. Yeah, what I don't like here in this cardboard is that you can't hang your painting when it's done. So you have to make frame or you have to make some holes if you wanna hang it somewhere. This is like disadvantages, but in all other way, if you paint very often, like, no, maybe not so often, for example, I usually paint twice a week or once a week, and it's kinda enough for me. But if I will buy very often canvas, it's kinda expensive. So this is why I prepared this cardboard, because for example this cardboard is $1, but same size canvas is around $5. So it's like more expensive. This is why I don't like it. But other way, it also has some advantages and disadvantages. You just have to find what you like more, of course. Okay, let's blend a little bit of dark blue, and we'll drop some darker spots in the top. Maybe, but it depends also what kind of canvases, because cheap canvases might be cheaper, but quality of those canvases are not so good. Maybe in your place you have these canvases. For example, I don't have it here. It's kinda hard to find. It also depends on where you're living, geography and all that stuff. Let's add a little bit more light coming from the right side in our distant trees. It's nice. I like the nature and landscape painting. Yeah, pink, I like it also. This is why I'm painting it quite often. Just for practicing. For some entertainment, maybe. I live in Romania. Oh yeah, maybe this is a place where those canvases are not so expensive. For example, I'm from Latvia and here it's a bit expensive. Plus, if you order it in Amazon or somewhere, these places are, I mean, internet, a little bit more expensive. Maybe AliExpress is fine. But anyway, while I can find those cardboards here in my place, I'm confident that for example, for the small boards or for those small sizes, it's not necessary maybe to use always canvas, because it's easy to carry these small paintings, but of course for larger paintings I will use canvas. Hi Nigel, thank you for coming, for joining today's live stream. Okay, let's blend a little bit more. And add a little bit of yellow on the top. Okay, anyway, I have to cover this area with blue. So let's clean a little bit of space over here. Because I have to mix some colors. So let's use some cobalt blue and white. Maybe a little bit of Prussian blue as well. Okay, said a little bit but took so much. Okay, more we have to make some similar color as our skies for reflection. Just drop it here and mix it after. You can use a sheet of baking paper and you can change it anytime the baking paper does not absorb color. Sorry if I talk too much. Yeah, maybe, but I bought some paper before, like special paper for oil paintings, and I didn't like it actually. And then I found this board, so if I prime this board with gouache or acrylic, it doesn't absorb colors anymore. And this is how I found my way of painting. Same as with plywood. I think if I will prime it, it's gonna be nice. But at some point this board absorbs oils, it's kinda nice, cause it still dries like long, but not so long when I paint on canvas. And it gives me some advantages, cause I can make layers after layer like I painting with acrylic. Because this paint is thick, but you can see it's not so fresh anymore, but I just finish it. So if your layer is thin, you can drop another layer and that's it. So just some tricks for myself. Hi Melin Missal, thank you for joining and for your attention, of course. Okay, let's just blend, because it's kind of reflection from the sky. So let's blend them. Because here are gonna be already different colors. Thank you, Melin, for the compliment. Still far to finish. I'm still figuring out how better to do it. Let's add a little bit of more white, because here is like more white, so here also should be more white. Anyway, I will fix it later when it's gonna be some thinner detailing. For the first layer it should be kind of similar. Plus also I will add some more, some misty area in this forest. Just actually it's not so far away from reference photo, but because of this mist it looks like it's far. Kinda same strategy. When you're painting faraway objects, you have make it less brighter if you wanna show that it's far away. So here's kinda same strategy. Hi Gigard, thank you for coming and for joining today's Sunday live stream. I want to blend some areas here a little bit more. And also this reflection by using white, because it's kind of too bright. I think it should be okay for now. So now we can see that this is reflected and our sky is reflected. And now we're gonna make these areas first this one is less brighter and this is like more orange brighter gonna be. And also have to make this reflection, so we have some areas to work with. But how the oil painting dries this fast does depend on its kind of brand. Some brands are more oily and some brands are less oily. Yeah, this also, like, how to say, depending on how much pigments they're using and how much oils, the percentage. But anyway, oils drying longer, much longer than acrylic. Acrylic is like 30 minutes, 1 hour and it's done. But as I said, this is because I'm using board, and this board has some thickness. It's kind of 3 millimeter thick, and oils absorbs into this board. So this board taking less oils, and this is why it becomes like almost dry. It's not dry, it's still sticky, but it allows you to put additional layers without making a mess. So if you're like accurate in your paintings, when you paint with oils and you make thin layers, you can make layer on layer, same with acrylic, one board. If you're using canvas, it's not possible to do this, because canvas doesn't absorb so much oils. But if you're using oil thinner or just thinner, which kinda eats oils from your paintings, you also can do this, even in canvas. But it's a little bit, I would say, more difficult strategy than this one, at least for me. But some artists using this kinda tricks if you wanna finish your painting like in one day, in one session. Because sometimes even I can't finish it in one session. I have to wait until it's dry, at least 1-2 days, and then continue second day, and that's it. So there's like many ways during my art path, I could say so. I found for myself this strategy workable. This is why I'm using it right now. I see some shades of purple and magenta in the sky. Yeah, but I didn't use the magenta this time. I just tried to use this cadmium red together with white and add a little bit of blue, cobalt blue or Prussian blue, and it gives some this pinky, kinda pinky sky a little bit. It took days for me to dry. Yeah, usually it takes some days. Hi Dr. Abbas, thank you for joining. Hi Ruchi as well, hope you're doing good today. Oh yes, I was using it on canvas, maybe this is the reason. Yeah, so there is many ways, you just have to find what you like more for yourself, and that's it. Okay, let's cover this area. Here is like a little island. I would maybe not some island, maybe just some land, some piece of small land, and here gonna be our birch trees, but I will add it after we finish all this. So for now, let's just mix some dark green we need for this area. Because here is kinda green grass. I think it's like early autumn. Maybe not so early, not like maybe October. At least this is what I can see. I need even more darker, especially here below, more darker. I'm fine, Dr. Abbott, thank you for asking. Just busy with some details over here. So it's gonna be like this. Then some grass gonna be on the top, but I will leave it like this for now because I wanna cover these white spots. I don't really like these white spots on canvas or board, whatever you use. Okay, they're not good for the eye. This is why I like to do some underpainting. Okay, let's put away our excess paints. I think an oak tree very colorful on the other side, a little piece of land. You mean these trees? It's hard to say from reference photo what trees are these. All what I can see, there is some trees, but what kind I don't know. But these trees is kinda birch trees. So let's make some. It's kinda yellow and yellow greenish, something like this. Anyway, let's try to mix it with, okay, let's add cobalt blue. The comments on community are not available. Why? On the white side. Okay, let's see how it's gonna look like when I will mix it. I will check community post later, but thank you for notice. Let's add a little bit of okay, let's try to use this as underpainting. Let's see how it's gonna look like. I will use some other brush and oil thinner. I think I will check it later. Thank you for notice. Let's just drop some underpainting over here. Anyway, when I will finish, I will put photo of final landscape, so maybe it's better to comment there if you would like to comment. Because this post of live stream going on, I do only that people can join and see that we are painting right now. Okay, bye bye, Dr. Abbas. Thank you for coming and your attention. Take care. So here is our green grass gonna be same as here. Actually, I can drop it right now. So let's use cadmium yellow and Prussian blue. let's drop it here. Hi Trafarts, thank you for coming as well. I think grass gonna be like this, and also can show some reflections just a little bit, and same here. Let's just put some colors, and I wanna divide this grass from the water. I will use just some Prussian blue so that I can see our grass is much darker from below. And same is here actually also, because this is like end of our grass, and if you look at some land it's going like this, grass I mean, going land and grass going like this, and this area is much darker. So this is what I wanna show, just putting some Prussian blue on this area. Anyway, it's already mixing all together, and it's not gonna be just blue, it's gonna be dark green. So something like this can be used. And now we can add a little bit of yellow, even more yellow, and put our grass here. And same idea with this part of space. Let's use fan blender brush and just blend some paints a little bit, especially here in the water. Also can use oil thinner for this. But here we can put details after. Just show you the way how I do this. Plus also highlights can be added on this grass. Okay, here is too early to put. I still have to do this underpainting. Okay, let's put a little bit away this color, because probably I will need it after. And let's add orange. And for orange I need yellow, of course. And this is a kind of combination of yellow, red, and probably some brown or ochre what I have here. So I have to experiment, because I'm not sure what exactly core color is this. But it's definitely not bright orange. It's a little bit darker, and I will use ochre. We'll try, because it's kind of brown, a little bit brown. But also not so brown as we have here. It's less brown. So have to be careful. Okay, let's add this one. It's gonna be darker than we have here and should be okay. Just for underpainting to cover this white spot. Okay, now we have two underpaintings and we have to make details on it. So we're gonna put some darker spots on this area, and I will try to use now brown by mixing with this same color, even more brown. Good going, thank you Picasso. Hi Cat Pro, thank you for coming as well. We're painting kinda autumn landscape today with some mist. Okay, let's add more darker spot on this area. So I can use this brown now because it's gonna be mixing with underpainting and should be okay. Just wanna divide some lighter spot and some darker spot. Thank you Pinky, I'm glad that you like it. And also I want to drop some darker spots over this area, and we can use same underpainting colors that we used here, because I can see from the reference photo that there is some similar color. For sure it's not one in one, but anyway, it can be added here. Then some lighter color can be added, like yellow. Just to give some thickness in our landscape. And let's use a little bit of brown and drop this brown just below our trees. I was also going to show that there is some deepness so we can drop some random lines. Let's take a little bit of green and put some green leaves on this area. There is still, I can see some green trees. Especially on these areas. And we can add some red together with yellow and this brown, and cover some areas from this side. And I don't want to focus too much on details here because it's not very detailed in the reference photo, as I can see. But more red leaves on the top. I have to add a little bit more colors. Let's add yellow. And red we still have it. So simply yellow. Can be used here, especially on the edges, like for highlights. Thank you, Naisla, for your comment. Okay, let's add more highlights on this area, the top especially. And also in this area a little bit. Okay, let's add more orange. moment. Some more orange on these trees. And also can add yellow like highlights. Okay, let's add some reflection then, if we have these colors already. Can use it to reflect our trees. So it's gonna be like this. Underpainting first, just to cover this area. And let's mix it a little bit with our grass, which is here as well. And also add a little bit in this area. Let's fix those trees a little bit, which is far away. A little bit more oil thinner and some brown in these areas, especially here down below. Okay, let's blend a little bit because it looks like too much mess right now. Let's add some oil thinner and blend just what we mixed right now. Actually, I want to cover edges here. And for sure need more colors in this area, like more orange especially in some of these areas where we can see that there is orange. And blend it after. Also I will add a little bit of brown, same as here, as we can see this, some spots are really dark. Okay, let's blend it a little bit. The yellow is a bit too much, those could be trees and beneath could be reds. Maybe, but if this is a birch tree, they can be like red. The birch trees doesn't become too red as I know. It's mostly yellow in autumn, as I remember. Let's sit here. In this area it's kinda brownish red. In these areas especially. But some reflections, well not reflection, the highlights is like what I see is like yellow. But I think there is like many options how to paint. Oh, the reeds. I read it as reds. Yeah, when I add some grass in these areas a little bit more. And actually I have like lemon yellow. I will try to use lemon yellow to highlight this grass. I think it's gonna be fine. Just a moment. I have some like Italian brand. Yeah, it's Italian brand. And this brand, as I remember, was very oily. I don't know why, but it's very oily inside. And let me check photo closer. Okay. So before we start, I add a little bit of brown spots in our lake. In these areas especially. let's blend a little bit. Okay, I think I will return to this a little bit later, to those details. For now I just want to add some grass, and I will try to mix our yellow with this lemon yellow, which gonna be much brighter. Much brighter green, I mean. So let's experiment. I will see the result on Instagram later. Yeah, I will upload there for sure after I finish. Okay, thank you for coming. There is still a lot what to do, at least what I want to. Okay, let's use more yellow lemon. Some highlights in our grass. I also can add a little bit of this yellow lemon, just far away. What if we will add a little bit of white? Gonna be more highlighted. So now let's try. I want to highlight some edges. So I have to be careful. I don't want to put too much. Yeah, actually it's written on the left side. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. I just upload photos there once I finished. Like main result, just one photo. And another photos is on my Patreon page already. If some are interested in. It should be okay for now. Maybe I put too much already. I want to make it a little bit greeny. This looks like white. Okay, we can finish it later, those details. I wanna try to make the tree trunks. I found this idea when I was watching some other Russian artist, and he was like, how you can, someone asked him, like, how you can make a distant tree trunks to show that there is some, like, inside in the leaves, and he said, simply scratch your canvas and it's gonna give you ideas that there is some small trunks, and at some point it works, but not often, but sometimes it can give idea. There is like trunks and branches and all that tree stuff, you know. Anyway, you can cover it after. With some paint. Hi acrylic lovers, thank you for joining and for your comment. Super painting, thank you Picasso as well. Appreciate that you're still here. So let's make here also. Thank you Noisla. I think I will add some white just with my tiny brush. I wanna show that there is some birch tree trunks. So that just add a little bit of white. Yeah, water is, I will still work on water after. Just wanna work a little bit here with these tree trunks. I also wanna make it, I wanna change it a little bit somehow. Okay, I will look on it when it's gonna be complete. Maybe I will add some highlight areas here. Because I don't like too much how it looks now, right now. Maybe I have to divide this area from that a little bit more. I don't know actually how you can see from the camera. Maybe it's okay, but when I see it right in front of me, I want to change it a little bit. Probably make it more orange maybe, or cover these areas. Maybe add a little bit of white to make it lighter and make highlighted moments on the top. Hi Joy, thank you for coming. How are you doing, guys, today? This Sunday day. Okay, let's add more reflection and water. Some red reflection. Should be like this. Also using brown, especially here, just below our grass. We can add more yellow also. Also can add some yellow here. And some yellow, some on these trees far away. Probably something like this, and some additional details on these trees, because there is like a little bit green trees, and I'm gonna show it. My son is kinda slow procrastinating. Yeah. I think not only yours. Sundays are like this. Hello and thank you for joining in. Good morning to you, I guess. US has morning now. Just a moment, guys. Okay. Let's add some dark grass just below here. This area. Taking care of my granddaughter. I guess it's a good time spending. Okay, for now let's try add a little bit of mist. As I said before, a little bit of mist in these areas. So it's kinda still sticky, but I don't think it's gonna bother us too much. I'm simply putting white in some areas. Just a little bit of white. Especially here in the edges. Then I simply blend it. And our this tree is not gonna be like detailed, but was not detailed, but after you blend it, it's gonna be more misty. Let's try just these brushes. Let's add a little bit lower also. Some lower parts. But I figured out for myself that it's important to, if you want to show mist, it's important to blend, which is the top. So your sky and your trees kinda should be like one tone or like light colors. Then it's gonna give this mist idea over distant trees. Actually, same technique I was using. But anyway, this area is gonna be covered a little bit with our birch tree, so it's gonna be coming from here. Thank you, Ruchi, thank you, and yeah, kinda like this, at least it works for me when I do this. Hi Abby, thank you for joining. I think it's your first time to come on the live stream. I haven't seen you for a while already. Okay, let's leave it like this. Maybe just give some form, more form of our trees, so it's not gonna be so straight. Just blend it a little bit to the up. But anyway, I think it's visible now that this area is more misty and this like more coming in front. So for now I'm gonna add this birch tree, so it's gonna be growing from here in, yeah, 2 or maybe 1, I don't know, let's see, maybe I will add 1, maybe I will add 2. If you wanna me paint 2, I will paint 2. It's my second time, okay, that's nice also, thank you for joining. And for this birch tree, what I need, actually I think I can paint, maybe I can make light gray, and then I simply add color on it, because I still have white and I still have a lot of actually black what I didn't touch yet. Thank you, enjoy. a little bit more white and a little bit of black. Black is so strong color always, so easy to spoil your painting. But again, I think it's gonna be enough. And it's gonna be from the top till here. Or maybe, what if I will do it like this? So yeah, it's much easier to hold your brush like this. A bit from that side. Okay, something like this. Thank you, acrylic lovers. I'm glad that you like it already. Let's add more white. Now we have to make give some thickness. And here is light coming from the left side. So our left area gonna be more lighter. But anyway, we can fix it after, so don't wanna be focused too much on these areas. Just wanna add a little bit more thickness to our birch trees. Let's try to drop some shadows. And I need to use a little bit of blue. Okay, let's add black. There's kind of black spot, and also you can see that leaves, or not leaves, the branches here is in the top, it's also black, but I wanna cover first this area that we have here. With some more details. Especially here down below. Okay, let's add more white. Especially here on the left side for highlights. First I will blend a little bit these colors. So I want to show kind of texture of our tree. So I'm trying kind of make it a little bit thicker. Some more black again. Okay, let's add some grass and cover our trunk a little bit from here. Let's use this lemon yellow. Actually, I want to change brush. Actually, maybe add another one here, but I'm not sure yet. I will see how it's gonna look like. Anyway, I have to add some more details also. Here I almost forgot. Hi Em, thank you for joining. And this side gonna be more shadow coming from the tree. So here is like dark grass. But other parts can be highlighted. Especially in this one. Let's add some more white on the left side here. Okay. So we need a little bit yellow again, but it's almost out. Anyway, let's try. Yeah, it's not that what I want. I need more yellow. I want to add a little bit of leaves, yellow leaves on this area from this birch tree. This should be okay. It's like going down, especially those small. I think it's gonna be nice. I will just simply put it like this. Maybe let it be brighter. Than this area. Anyway, I don't want to put so much. But at least cover this area a little bit. Can it be a little bit darker yellow? I still wanna put a little bit more white and work with this tree over here. Almost out of white. Okay, I think it's gonna be enough what we have here. And also wanna add some black spot, some areas additionally. Добрый день, только я не Денис, я Данила, и поэтому такое сокращение. Хотя, наверное, для Дениса похожее сокращение, я не уверен. Да, спасибо, что зашли. Тут уже, в принципе, завершение идет. Hey guys, I think I need more white, it's not enough. Still not enough. It's also gonna show some texture of this tree because it's in front, and I wanna add a little bit more thicker a bit thicker details. Вот и осень. Ну да, в принципе, вот и осень. Но зиму мне как-то больше нравилось рисовать. Понравилось. Осень такая своеобразная. Все-таки. Слишком много цветов. Okay, let's fix our grass in this area a little bit. Because I don't like it too much, I think. Like it's very high. Covers too much. And same as here, let's add a little bit more brown on the top to cover it. Люблю березу. Ну да, это вроде второй мой пейзаж с березами именно, если я не ошибаюсь уже. По-моему, второй. Зимний, вот сейчас осенний, вот еще хочется летний сделать. Hi Austin, thank you for joining and for your comment and compliment, appreciate it. It's kinda adding additional details and I think it's gonna be done for today. But I just wanna finish some spots here. Probably I wanna add maybe another one, birch trees, but I'm not sure if I should add it. I think one is okay already. If I put more, it's gonna be cover, which is background what I wanted to do, like Misty. So I think maybe I can add a little bit of yellow here better instead of another tree. Okay, I need to take another palette knife. And also I wanna, wait a moment, maybe I can do it even without palette knife. But if I just use white, simple white for blending, especially some areas like here. So now you can see it's really water. Небо красивое получилось, а воду хорошо пишете. Спасибо за поддержку. Рад, что вам нравится. Да, как бы так сказать, стараемся что-то делать интересное. Ну, такое, можно сказать, что-то посложнее выбрал. Тема такая достаточно долгая получилась. Маленькая работа, но трудоемкая. В принципе, можно еще там дополнять, но не знаю. Пока, наверное, оставлю вот так, как есть. Немножко отражение сделать побольше. Okay, we'll add just some reflection a little bit more with this blender brush. at some areas, and probably will highlight this grass over here. Hi Edgar, thank you for joining. Hi Vanessa, thank you for joining as well. Yeah, there is some Russian people, so I have to speak Russian as well. Это 30 на 30 получается. 30 на 30 сантиметров. Ну, это такой стандартный размер, в принципе. Который я делаю, еще или 30 на 40 бывает. Okay guys, let's blend a little bit more and then I wanna finish this grass. This looks spectacular, all good, I understand Russian as well. That's great, man. We're kinda finish soon. And I just wanna show some additional artworks what I made after this. I think leave it like this, just a little bit of shadow from our tree. Thank you, Vanessa. And let's add additional color on the top here. Hey Rania, thank you for joining and for your comment. I really like contrast between warm and cold colors. I just tried to do something new today, because I think it's kind of my second autumn painting at all. Because I usually don't like autumn so much, but I have to paint some, kind of challenging paintings also. So I decided to do something like interesting, to find some new landscape which is more detailed. So let's put our, I'm telling our, actually it's my sign, but okay, let's let it be our. Okay, I think I have to wait until it's gonna dry if I wanna continue some additional details, because usually this additional details is like never-ending story. You can add and add every time. But definitely I could probably work better with this area. It looks a little bit messy. Not like a bunch of trees, nothing special, but probably could add a little bit more highlight. But paint is a little bit still fresh now, even if I'm using board. So probably kind of next days I will finish some details, or maybe now I don't know. I will see how it's gonna look like all together. Okay, let's take out the Scotch tape and see how it's gonna look like with white with white frame, say so. It should gonna be nice. Have to be nice. Without scotch tape looks much better. I'll just take out my palette with paints. So you can see it even better. So kind of like this. I will leave it like this, it's okay. I probably could add a little bit more contrast and maybe shadow and light areas more contrasted, but I think it's okay for now, even if I leave it like this. So some of you were asking about portraits, if I paint portraits, but I tried to paint portraits with skin tone and I messed up, so I still will practice now black and white portraits to understand what better works for me. Hi Sketchum, thank you for coming. We are actually almost finished. So maybe skin tones will be later, next month, while I figure out for myself what works better and how to show what I want to show, but for now it's gonna be black and white portraits. Kind of like this. I will just show you just a moment. So this is the portrait what I made like yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I just wanna cover these areas with white a little bit more, and it's gonna be some next upload. So kind of like this. Okay guys, we are done for today. Thank you for being here and for watching while I'm painting. Just a moment, I will return to the comment section. Очень нежная тона. Да, спасибо, рад, что вам нравятся мои работы. Не всем нравится, но это нормально, всем невозможно нравится. Beautiful, thank you Annie for your comment as well. Oh, I'm really sorry for that. It's okay, Sketchy, if you want you can watch it. Is it your wife? Yes, Vanessa, this is my wife, and she kinda requested paint a portrait, so I tried to paint her just in that black and white, because as I said already, I messed up with skin tones while I figure out how to better do the skin tone for me, for myself, and how better to work with it. I will start to do normal portraits, but I can't say when it's gonna be, because it's a little bit complicated for me, kinda new theme. Это ваша... Да, моя жена. Thank you, Vanessa. I just hope she can join one day, probably in the chat, at least. Maybe chat with fellow Filipinos in Tagalog or Bisaya or any other language, like English, for example, yeah. Then I'm going to rewatch this because it's okay, Vanessa, it's up to you. You're giving me too much attention already. I appreciate it, thank you. Very beautiful landscape painting. I try to join it. It's okay, Abby. You can join anytime you can or anytime you want. Yes, it would be cool. She could be your reader while you... Yes, it would be cool. She could hear... Yeah, because it's a little bit hard for me sometimes to paint and reply. Not so easy, can't focus on painting as much as I want to. Очень говорю, да, спасибо. Да, на Филиппинах живет. Но она не присутствует сейчас в чате. Не всегда получается. Там связь не очень хорошая. Ну и такие всякие разные проблемы с интернетом бывают, поэтому не всегда удается. Как бы так. Pinky. So nice then, I enjoy it. I'm glad. Thank you, Pinky. Okay guys, we're finished for today. I will be switching off. I appreciate your help and you watched and that you like my artworks. It's a pleasure to paint together and do something like this on Sunday. So next upload gonna be, I will try to do Wednesday, maybe earlier. With this portrait I still have to edit it, so can't promise anything, but for sure live stream gonna be next Sunday and I hope to see you all there. Okay, thank you once again, take care and bye bye.